Intercity-juna 951 Turkuun lähtee raiteelta 11. Intercity-tåg 951 till Åbo avgår från spår 11.
Friday, 29th of April. Luleå, Abisko, Riksgränsen, Narvik. My dreams break into fragments as the train rattles through the night. When I wake, I try to piece them together. The sky is blue and the world is white. I think it must be late, but when I make my way to the dining car, I see it's only 7 a.m. Bjorn is by the window. I recognize the map before him. It charts a line from Abisko, past Kebnekaise, all the way to Hemavan. I know that line, the blue line. I've measured it with my own body.
Moving on. Somewhere down this direction is Salka.
The last turns before settlement are always confused. Where there's truly nothing, you can't go wrong. A valley leads to a call and onto another valley and another call. At the edge of Kvikjuk, everything multiplied. Little orbits spun out of control. It was there that I found Mia shoveling snow. Thursday, 4th of May, Litloyfer, by the Lighthouse door. What is the Norwegian for download? Julian rocks back and forth with his laptop propped on the sugan beside the stove. To count each lap from pier to summit, I set a stone by the lighthouse door, then pitch myself down the helix. Pulling on ligament and bone, muscles working counter-tiller as I let myself flow. More like free fall than running. Halfway through this ritual, I take a bucket and fetch some water for the stove. Bending down, a wave swallows the last steps of the pier. I bobble and panic as I yank the rope. The ring in the snout of the wall draws tight, now slack as I haul a bucket of star melt, eons old, up to the boathouse where I set it on the ticking stove, then resume my laps. 13, 14, 15 stones, atrium peaked and capped. I'm ready for one last free fall, sailing all the way down to the boathouse where the bucket is simmering on the stove. In a shanty of mirrors, I ladle steam over my shoulders. The water is cut with salt and every little wound sings. What is the Norwegian for download? Walt is down to us first thing in the morning, itching for a last bit of work. We stall with tea. Who wants to pull on boots and jumpers when it's wet and windy out? I don't remember how the morning went or what got done. Not much besides the slurping of tea, until it was time to bring father and son back to the mainland. They must have been somewhere north of Stroma by the time we were wandering around the hardware store, where I found myself listening to Max as he inquired about molly bolts and counter-clockwise drill bits. Giddy with shore leave, we opened case after case of stainless steel tools. Twice now I hear Hedda say, "We can order that on Monday." It's 10 to 5 Friday afternoon. She wants to go home. Across the road we buy cookies and beer, mostly for the sake of talking to the girl behind the counter. "Is there a bar around here?" With my woolly socks and Stanley knife I make a good impression of a workman in need of a pint. Max knows better, though I never told him about Katja and the Magdi bar. It was the 1st of August, the feast day of William Tell. Everyone had left for the hills around Luzerne, leaving me alone with the drunks in the Magdi bar. Nothing ever happens in Switzerland. That's what Carlos was telling me when Katja walked through the door. Ever since then I've had a notion of quantum physics, how the beams in a roof can buckle and warp, how a carpenter can size up a folk tale with a spirit level and a nail in his mouth. Buoyant on hummingbird wings, Julian guides the eye of the drone. From afar, the top of the lighthouse looks like a lunar module. Fire on re-entry, glass cracked and fumed. Down here on Litloy, I scrape moss with a hoe, pretending to work the steps that spiral from the tower to the boathouse below. I need to stay out of the choke dust today, having swallowed a week's worth of fumes. But step outside, look at this. The buckle of the bell jar sky. We are a little moon, a rock adrift of Lofoten. Let someone else worry about money, a bath or clean clothes. Julian plugs in his laptop. Max puts a log on the stove. Watching the footage, we name what we see. Trollhalla, the boathouse, Greenhorn Ridge. I invented Greenhorn Ridge. Just as I invented the question mark, a constellation only I can see. If the drone shows us what we are, shipwrecked and laughing, I show you what we might be, saved by the skin of our teeth, from money, a bath, clean clothes. Reading on the rocks below the solar panels, Max comes running over. A whale! We scan the westbound current that seems a river within the sea until a wheel of water rises from the waves, then turns and disappears. The principal idea is kinship, warping, the ocean as meniscus, shield. Think of a battle with arrows falling. Each one disappears as soon as it touches water. O world inverted, impossible to be hurt or maimed. Drills and hammers strip the lighthouse till we pause for tea. Bread and butter with fermented whey. Brown Norwegian cheese has a sweetish iron tang. Leaning back, the boys are chipper. The full moon of hunger wanes. It is bright out. It never gets dark. The solar panels hit 92% today. I conclude that the Arctic summer is devoted almost entirely to the beauty of exhaustion.